Okay guys, so I just finished painting the tints and shades of that first purple color, that red-violet color. It had a little bit of yellow mixed in to make it sort of like a more browny mauve purple. And now I'm trying to decide what other colors that I want incorporated in this. One of them is going to be yellow green, and the reason why I'm choosing that is for good contrast, because red violet and yellow green are complementary colors because they're opposite on the color wheel. It's going to provide a really good contrast against the background here. So I'm going to choose this guy, these shapes as the round ones, as my light green. I've washed out my cups with a sponge, so they're all clean, ready to make my next color. I have my two mixing brushes for tints and shades, and then my brush for painting, which I might get a smaller brush, I haven't decided yet. Okay, so to make my yellow green, of course I'll need yellow. And I want to put enough so that I can paint the whole thing. Now, because blue is a stronger color than yellow, I only need a little drop of blue. It's hanging on. There we go. Let's see how that looks. Because I'm not painting as much of an area now, I don't need to make a huge amount like I did last time where I was painting the background area. Mix it up. And now I've got a nice yellow green. I might add a little bit more yellow into there. You guys can also like trade colors. Just make sure you trade caps too if you're trading colors. And I don't want you to only mix one color, so make sure you're not trading every single color. Okay, so now I'm going to scoop half of this so I can have half for my shade and half for my tint. That's about even. Okay, so again, let's start with tint. So I'm going to need some white. I want this to be a little bit lighter, so again, don't add too much white. You can always add in more, but you can't take it out. I want it to be a little bit lighter. I kind of want it to match the same value of purple that I have down for my tint. So value as in darkness and lightness. So that's about right. It's about the same value. And then for my shade, remember black is super powerful, so only add a teeny tiny bit, like a drop of black at a time. Just put it on the side here. They will knock over, so be careful. Okay, let's see what that does. Yeah, that changed it a lot. Again, I want to try to match the same value as this dark shade purple now, because this is the shade of green. Shade is when you add black. I think it could be a little bit darker. So I'm gonna add one more drop. Barely anything. It changes it a lot. And that looks like it's a very similar value now. Okay. So I don't need these anymore. Remember, we get the extra paint off on the inside rim, not on there, so we don't make a mess. Wash those out. kind of use one to wash the other. And we can wash those later. Okay, so now, just like I did last time, so you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm gonna start with my tints. And I'm going to paint my tints. Every tint, so I'll paint that one. I'll also paint this one, this green. This one, which is a tint pie piece, and this a tint pie piece. And then the other side will be this green here. So I think you guys get the picture now. You can use any colors. You just want to create enough contrast on each side. So let's see how this looks, just painting one. And again, you're gonna have to paint, multiple layers with the tempera paint. Okay. And then I would paint this side my shade.